Hello, friends. Meeting once again in quick time. Today itself, we know that result of all the CFP exams have been out. Though exams are held every month, but repetitively, students keep asking like how the assessment happens. They did in a particular segment and portion really very well. Still, they couldn't clear. So there have been so many confusions about how the assessment happens. Even I'm also not communicated anything formally by the board that how does it happen, but just sharing my experience like how you should perform in exam so that you can easily get through this purely based on my experience. Okay, now I'm like segregating for one subject and rest of the exercise can be done by you for different subjects. So talking about investment planning, that's the longest subject of the curriculum. Now understand the segmentation first of all. So IPS is segregated in three subjects. First one is personal financial management, right? That is having weight of 45 percentage in our examination. Another is investment planning, that is 40%, and regulatory framework is 15%. We can also see the number of questions written side by side. Similarly, the assessment happens for collection, analysis, and synthesis. Now, collection means the easier category of questions, straight away questions, theory, pure theory, because you cannot write 75 questions in 2 hours if they are not, if all the questions are very long. So some of the questions have to be short. So collection type questions are 45. This is also based on my assumptions. They've given the percentage, so this is just an indicative number. There can be a couple of questions here and there. Another is analysis. Like these are some of the interpretation based questions, not pure theory, not properly numerical, something hybrid, I would say. And synthesis are the difficult category questions, and they are roughly 10 in number. Also, the assessment happens in terms of global and Indian. Now, side by side, you can see that there is a student of ours only that has been not able to clear this time. And you can see the performance chart because this chart is only given to those students who fail. And I'm not saying that all my students pass, like, but large number of students pass. But yes, there is always like nobody can have 100% result every time. Okay, now look at the performance here. The rule of 60% is to be remembered according to me. So, like you have to perform in all the segments. The cutoff comes at roughly 60%. That's what we can understand and assume. So, in all the segments, you have to score 60 percentage on an average. So, say for example, it is personal financial management. You have to, out of 34 questions, your 60 percentage questions have to be right. Similarly for investment planning, similarly for the regulatory framework. In collection, the majority of the times we can identify that students are able to break the barrier in collection, but they are not able to crack a synthesis component or vice versa. But you have to score 60 percentage in all the segments, as well as you have to have 60 percentage of the global questions correct and 60 percentage of the Indian questions correct. So remember the rule of 60 percentage to easily get through. If you are excellent in one segment and slightly weaker in another, the averaging doesn't happen in our exam. That's very sure. I'm pretty sure about it. Averaging doesn't happen. Like they do not average, but somebody who is average in all can easily pass. That's my assumption. Once again, in saying that I haven't been given any communication by the board about their assessment pattern, and neither of the AEP is aware about it because that is not formally given to us. But it is out of my 5 year long experience with the as an authorized education provider with the board, right? So this similar pattern you can break it down for all the subjects and start preparing well. So let's see how does it happen next time. Fine. So, you got any other question, you can definitely let me know. Like, see you in the next video.